Hello class and welcome to Applied Spreadsheets Week 6 Individual Lab Assignment. As always, you can fast forward, pause, rewind this video as needed, but this is going to be a high-level overview in order to get you started. When we're in Week 6 on the lab work link, we are completing Lab 2, querying a table, completing steps 1 through 6 on pages EX 403 and 404 of your e-textbook. When we launch the e-textbook, we'll go to page 403 and see we're completing Lab 2, querying a table. You'll want to read through the problem and, of course, fully read through each detailed step. We will need the data file for this particular assignment. Back into our eCollege website, we'll click on Doc Sharing and then locate the student data files link, where you will then need to locate Lab 6-1 Sales Rep Table. Open and save that file, and once you save that file, you'll be able to launch that. Now again, you're going to need to follow through the steps and do all the formatting and specifics. This is just to get you started. I am going to copy row 9, columns A through J. So I will right click and copy, and I'm going to paste that here in row 2, columns A through J. I also am going to want to paste that again. I'll paste it here in row 25, columns A through J. Why? Because up here I'm going to have my criteria, and I'll end up merging the rows and center and formatting it and dressing up the worksheet with appropriate titles and shading that's needed. Again, this is just to get you started. When we look in our e-textbook on the very first part of the assignment, we are looking at finding sales representatives that are less than 40 years old and that are female. In order to do that, we're going to set the criteria. So we're looking at age being less than 40, and the criteria is gender female. Now we're simply going to do an advanced filtering. You'll want to make sure you have your data tab selected. We're looking at the sort and filter panel. You're going to select on advanced. In this particular instance, we're going to extract the results of this filtering. So we will select the radio button, copy to another location. For list range, we'll select the selection, and here I will select my actual heading names and all of the data in that table. I can select the selector again, and now I'm going to look at the criteria range. With the selection on, I am going to select the headers and make sure that my criteria, which here in row 3 is located. Now I need to look at where I'm going to copy this to. Again, I'm going to select my selection, scroll down, and I'm going to select the headers and several rows to give a little information for my data to display. When I come back, if I select it unique records only, if I should have duplicates, by selecting unique records, it will simply remove any duplicates you may have. We're going to simply select OK. And when we select OK, the results here are now all of the sales associates that are female and they are under the age of 40. What I'm going to need to do is, I have additional steps for this lab assignment. So what I'll actually do is right click on my tab where it says Lab 5-1, and I'm going to select Move or Copy. I'm going to select the the checkbox for Create a Copy. And in this particular one, when I click on that, I have the same exact thing, and I'm going to name that as this is Step 2. And I'll create an actual step for each one. Move or Copy, Create a Copy, and then I'll create for Step 3. And we have in our e-textbook several steps to this assignment. We have here Step 2, Step 3, Step 4, and Step 5, and finally Step 6. What I'll be able to do is I'll be able to actually go to each step and sort the data accordingly for that step. Again, this video is high level just to get you started, where now you'll be able to do some filtering. And you can simply look at basic filtering on the Data tab in the Sort and Filter panel. When you select on filtering, now I can start to define down some specific things that I'm looking for. And so maybe I'm looking specifically at a quota, and I might want to just select 2000. And so I can start to filter that down. You'll need to read through very carefully each step of the assignment in order to do the filtering. Each step will be its own tab in Excel. I hope this was good to get you at least started. Don't forget to add in the formatting and all of the nice things to give it the nice touches as far as for merge and centering and giving a nice title header. We can select our table here, and we can select format as table and select any table option that you want for that. You can play around and create your own formatting, but do make sure you add formatting.